Hello and welcome to a much different video than this channel is used to, as I don't do blacksmithing that much. Still have, all of the tools to do it wherever my forge is at the moment. But we are starting a very large undertaking and a big project. And that is putting a 7.3 powerstroke in a 1964 Ranchero. I paid $800 for this car and is getting a motor that one of these trucks has in it. Big motor, little car. Step one is going to be figuring out a way to turn this thing upside down. I want this whole car the other way. I would like it upside down for the purpose of building the custom frame, because there's no way that this very, very thin, flimsy frame and unibody will hold the weight of one of these motors. Now, there's going to be some cutting required. Shock towers have to go. No longer going to fit in between there. And we're going to do a custom frame, custom K-member, cross-member, and a whole lot of cutting to the interior of this car, because there is no way that a giant truck transmission will fit in here. Plans for the motor and tranny of this car is it will be a stock 7.3 for the time being. I have a whole parts truck, which we'll go take a look at in a minute, and it has a somewhat built 4R100 with truck has 300,000 miles, transmission has a little over 100, I believe. So we are going to see what we have to cut out, and eventually the motor will get built with injectors, turbo, the whole nine, and make about 500 horsepower. That's the plan. For now, we're gonna make this whole car work on a stock motor, so we figure out what will break and what will shred to pieces. But the first order of business is, of course, figuring out what we need to do in order to turn this thing upside down to build the custom frame. This is a bad idea, and I know it, but we're gonna do it anyways. Step one is going to be if we can take this bumper off and figure out what we need to do. Looks like 3/4 inch is what we're gonna need. So let's see if we can take this off. Why is this brake later? Oh my God. Well, that's great. The bumper came off. Bumper came off, but camera stopped recording. I ended up just torching them all, and I got the bumper mount on the top one, but whatever. I can weld. We'll just weld a new tab on. Somebody at some point had an entire piece of angle iron across here. Looks like a trailer hitch, if you ask me. As in, something was cut off here. But these bolts were too seized to mess with them. So we just cut them off, and it worked great. This is gonna work out absolutely perfect for what I want to do to flip this car over. Probably put, is there even weld on that? There's a couple inches. We'll put a little more weld on this, and then should be able to run a brace off of here and be able to pick this whole car up by it and turn the thing upside down somehow, some way. Let's give it a try. so this is what I came up with. Got a forklift here, lifting back in order to stop the flex of this, which it flexes rather easily because it's just a piece of angle iron, kind of to be expected. Now, is what I did is I took 2 pieces here and here and ran them, I don't know if I trust this, ran them up and ran them up in here just like so, and down to the main frame. It's only tacked on right now, but it holds it, it doesn't flex one little bit, so this idea worked. Now we have a way that we can pick the back up. Now, onto the front. Alright, we have a serious case of a dust storm going on in the valley today, but nonetheless we'll press on. I skipped over a lot of this because I didn't think it was quite interesting enough, but I used the 3 factory bolt holes that were down here, triangulated off. I left this and came out at an angle here because my thoughts were, if it does flex, which we're about to find out right now, golly, it's windy. I can run a piece from here down into there and it will triangulate it going up and down. That's why I did that out at an angle. We're gonna see if it's strong enough as it is. We'll give her a try, but it is super windy out. I don't know where this is coming from, but we got a lot of dust and a lot of wind going on. But nonetheless, we'll press on. Okay, so picks up the front good, picks up the back good, which means I think it's time to put some legs on what I've welded on and turn this thing over, maybe. The whole combobulated mess that's going on back here with tubing and all this jazz, we should be getting pretty close to the point of flipping this thing over. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna try it. This is a crazy idea, pretty stupid idea, but we're gonna give it a try and we'll see how it goes. Put some legs on it, make sure that we clear the cab, because we don't want to dent this. The roof is actually not dented. The rest of the car, it's dented. It's a rat rod, what do I care? But put some legs on it so it can stand there while I build the frame. So, I think let's get into trying to flip this thing. I want like 16 inches up, because the last thing I want is the cab to straight. The roof is in decent shape. That's 51. We are... Yeah, that'll give us like a couple inches to spare. Golly, this scared me. I'm just gonna hold it back here. Yeah, well, I got the pipe wrench on it. It's feeling pretty light. Cut off. Oh, yes! Set her down. That's what I'm talking about. It worked! It's freestanding on its own weight. Hang on, just wait a second. Wait a second.
It's gonna need some braces.
I'll throw some 45s on it. It worked! So, yeah. It worked. I can't believe it worked. I mean, I can, because I designed it. I'm telling you, cars will look that faster.
I'll just set it down here.
All right, well, the car is upside down. It worked, and it worked really well. Not that heavy at all. I was much expecting it to be very heavy flipping it over, but it wasn't. I'm very surprised at how easily it flipped over. So I just got my hub-to-hub measurement for the axle because I'm going to go to a straight axle like a gasser would. I think it's easier to do rather than doing coilovers again with A-arms. I think it's easier to do. This is not an autocross car. It's going to be lucky to see a few hundred miles a year. You know, it's a hot rod. It is what it is. I'm not too concerned about it cornering well. It's got a 7.3 in it, for crying out loud. It doesn't make a difference if it corners well. It's going to be a big boat and it's heavy. So, it's flipped over. I'm going to call it a night. Pick this up in the morning and start building a custom tube chassis, 188 wall, 2x4 square tubing. Because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So, it's like 8 o'clock at night, I think. Yep, 8 o'clock at night. It's a bit of a slow day. Had to run to Home Depot or Tractor Supply a couple times to get different hardware and lifting straps that I didn't have. Didn't have any 16 footers, which is what we ended up needing to spin this thing over. So, I will see you guys in the morning when we pick up on the frame. close. Unfortunately, I want a gap on the floor pan so I don't run into any rubbing issues with the cab mounts. So, just gonna bring this up a little bit, re-tack that, and then deal with whatever's a little bit off, but I think it'll be fine. I just hope what I'm doing right now with it being propped up on the ends isn't turning it into a banana and then causing it to do one of these numbers in the center. I don't know how much flex is in this frame or chassis, unibody. We'll figure it out when we flip it over. Sighting down, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, update after all we've done, which is not much. It's taken a while. But we have the front all done up, and we got our midsection and our angle coming down. We have one piece left, which is the last piece. I have it cut right up here. Last piece of the puzzle to one side of this frame. The next one is going to be pretty easy because I will be able to just cut all my pieces and lay it directly over top of that piece. This one takes forever because each piece is custom and measuring and miter and remiter and check this, check that. It takes forever to do this, but it is indeed coming along and I'm happy with the progress. We have one more piece left. I'm going to cut the video off here as it's getting late and I need to get this video out to you guys in some sort of a timely manner. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you like this little bit longer style of a video or if you would like me to keep it short, 10 minutes. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Helps the channel out a lot. And next episode, we will be putting suspension, the new front suspension, solid axle conversion, and disc brake conversion on the Ford 9-inch that it has. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.